Yo, yo, what's going on? Can I hear Bulls on Wall Street? Want to go over a play that I think is really, really important, which is how to trade a stock post news, right? So there's always news plays coming out in stocks, and we know that like they'll come out of the blue, and middle of the day, stock gets hit with some type of news, and it's off to the races. Where it's either tanking or going based on the PR. So my thing is, I'm not sitting there trying to analyze the news or do anything like that. We're looking straight for the price action and waiting for, a pattern to develop. And so one of the things that I do is if a stock gets hit with news in the middle of the day, I treat it just like I would if the stock opened, like it's 9:30 a.m. And that opening push is that push that you'd get out of the gate at 9:30 a.m. So then what I do is I start transferring my opening range patterns that I trade from 9:30 to 10:30 and extrapolate it on that stock that's had news, like it's just opened up for the day. And that's really, really important if you want to try to get into these. And so, what we did today with this Geo, I made 1,500 bucks on this thing over here. It's a pretty pretty interesting trade. I was down for the day actually, and this kind of brought me back. But Geo got hit with some news out over here where who knows what it even means. Some of the guys in the chat room started, chatterboxing about it, and so I put it on my radar, and now I'm just watching the price action. And so what I end up doing is, as the stock spikes down, I can't chase this thing, right? Because we don't know yet what the range is going to be, right? Stocks trade in range, and they go back and forth and vacillate between supply and demand, okay? And so what we need to do is wait for a pattern. One of the things that used to kill me when I was a newer trader was that inability to wait for my setup. Like I had an inkling that something would do something, but then I would mistime it because I would just jump in it and chase it. And so then what happens is you're just left with no range, no way to base your trade around in terms of your entry and exit and your stop loss. And so you can't chase this down. But what you can do is you pretend like this is 9:30 a.m. and this is the open and this stock just got hit with like some bad earnings or something. So what are the trades that we trade at the open, right? In bootcamp class, what do? We look at a few different patterns at the open. One is opening range breakout or breakdown, and another one is a quick pullback buy. Those are our kind of two main ones that we look at right out of the gate. And so what would be an opening range breakdown? Well, opening range breakdown is when you get that spike down at the open based on some bad earnings or bad news, and you wait 3 candles for it to base out. There's some variances on that. You don't always have to wait 3 candles depending on the situation, but I like about that 3 candle mark to let the EMAs catch up to it so I can manage the risk. And so once I get that sideways consolidation, what I'm going to do is short it and put my stop above the EMAs and then ride this thing down. So, I took, call it on the chat room. We ended up with 2166. I shorted 1,500, and then I shorted another 1,000 at 2163. Don't mind my typing. In the heat of battle, your typing goes a little bit crazy, but I'm also on video just like this and screen share so they can see it live. So I've got 2,500 shares of this, basically in the 2160s, and my risk is really light. I mean, I'm going to basically have like a 10, 15 cent stop loss. So I'm going to basically risk about $300. And my hope was to get down to low of day, which would give me about 66 cents to cover partial position and then trail the rest down. And so that's exactly what I did. Once it started to move its way down, I covered a partial at 21.10, and then it was just scale out 2090s, 2060s, all the way down, locking in those gains. And so I made about 1,500 bucks. Scaling out along the way, and just a very, very quick trade. That's why I love trading the open, because you get those quick moves, right? Middle of the day is where you get the range, and when you get a stock that gets hit with news post afternoon, just use an opening range breakout or a quick pullback buy, and you can play that kind of quick trade. So I hope that helps, guys. If you have any questions, feel free. And guys, I trade like this in my chat room and on video and screen share every day. So you guys are more than welcome to come in anytime. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them on the YouTube or email me. My email, I'll just write it down over here, is kunal@bullson.ws. Just right down here. And you can hit me up literally anytime. I'm pretty much on the computer or goofing around my phone, talking stocks with somebody all day. So good luck, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care.